everyone. Welcome back to Heartland Mamas. I'm Murray Briel.
And I'm Heidi Henry, coming to you from our separate studios at the edge of the Great Red Divide. And today, Murray, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the crazy, weird stuff that, I don't know, I'm seeing, hearing, getting on our social media. Weird stuff is happening. People are becoming very odd. And I think they're going a little stir crazy. I think, didn't they call this cabin fever back in the prairie days?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Probably it has something to do with that, but yeah. So, really, Heidi, I think this episode, while we will be covering some of the crazy, I think it's most appropriate that we call this episode Stay Home Stupid. Okay.
Yes.
So these are people who are compromising life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, essentially. For what? That's what I don't understand.
I
Like, I'm struggling here. I'm
well,
struggling
yes.
and some of it, how much of it is just people being airheady, not used to it, not custom,
No,
ignorant.
it's arrogance, Marie. It's complete arrogance because everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows there is no excuse
Yeah,
for
it's
not
kind of
following
right.
basic hygiene protocol during a pandemic. You know?
I don't think too many people don't know there is a pandemic, so I'm gonna give you that one.
Yeah, I think it's arrogance. I think it's indifference. I think it's badassery, if you will. I'm better than this or bigger than this or I'm more
Oh,
important.
speaking of badassery, Heidi, let's talk about the badass pastor from Louisiana, Tony Spell of the Life Tabernacle Church in Baton Rouge.
Marie,
Now, this
they put this guy in house arrest to get him to stop holding church services because he just is so flagrant in not caring about the health and wellness of his flock that he is.
so the governor put in a stay-at-home order 6 weeks ago,
Yeah,
and this guy had continually violated that stay-at-home order.
right.
He had continued to hold church, even though the governor said church is non-essential. Right? We need to
Yeah,
keep people safe. So this guy was actually charged with
yeah,
breaking the order, was put in jail.
yeah.
The judge was like, all right, have you learned your lesson? Are you promised me you're not going to do this again? And he
Did
said,
he promise?
nah. And
So he
he
didn't
goes,
promise.
no, he didn't promise. He goes, he wouldn't. And that's why he posted bail and they sent him home under house arrest.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, so Sunday morning service comes and he is rearing to go, where the hell were the police when he broke the house arrest?
Well, you would
Did
think
no
that they
one,
would
did a
have.
beeper not go off anywhere? That's like not good for criminals to find out, okay? They
No.
should not know right now that if I go out of house, like I would think if I'm on house arrest, I open the front door and go past my mailbox, like a SWAT team's coming out my ass, right?
I've never been
Apparently
on.
that's not the case.
I've never been on house arrest, Murray, so I really don't know. But I'd be so paranoid. I'd be sure that like the black helicopters would come.
Right? And I guess we watch too many movies. Hey, our fans out there, if any of you've been under house arrest,
We want to know.
please let us know.
Do the black helicopters come?
Right? Like, I mean, I guess it would have a tracker in you, so they would know that you left, they would know where you went. It's
Yeah.
not going to set off an alarm that's going to trigger,
Yeah.
the SWAT team to come in, I'm sure.
Wasn't there a guy in Japan that was the head of a like Nissan or something that's like shipped himself out of the country and he was on house arrest? Didn't he like slip out of his house?
I
That was
have no idea.
before pandemic, Marie, and my brain before pandemic is not working properly.
Yeah, well, my brain before everything pre-Trump, I don't recall. It's been
No,
a
this
giant
this
trauma
was like
train.
late last
So,
summer, early fall.
oh, see, I'm unconscious. But the best part about Pastor Spell, which seems appropriate to me that his name is Spell.
Do you think there's snake
Um,
handling in his church?
I'm not sure about that, but so he decides to bust out. He has church for, there's at least 100 people there. They're not socially distanced. They don't have masks on, facial coverings on. And he walks through the crowd saying, I've just got to get to Jesus. Come on, America, let's get back to Jesus. Well, I think he's going to accomplish that by spreading the virus through his entire congregation.
Yeah.
They may be getting to Jesus a hell of a lot faster than anticipated. The arrogance, when you talk about arrogance, that's it right there. I've got to get to Jesus. I'm more important.
Murray,
So that
I go to church every Sunday morning and sometimes during the week, right from my desk in my living room. We have Zoom church, or we can do YouTube church, and I really like it. Although today, I have to say, during the homily, I did make some Pop-Tarts. I didn't have breakfast yet.
Maybe I would like church more if I could multitask.
Well, that's what
like if I'm bored, I could fold some laundry. I don't know. Maybe it might appeal to me more.
My husband, before we were married, he was a Baptist, and I converted him to being an Episcopalian because I just couldn't go there. But he used to go to drive-in church where they had like those little speakers that go in your window, like drive-up church. And so,
I've heard of those.
Okay, so I thought it would be awesome because I thought, well, you'd bring some like Kentucky Fried Chicken and, some Pepsi, and you'd be, listening to the homily and eating. He goes, no, it was nothing like that. See, and I had this whole vision of like a picnic church.
Picnic church. Why not?
Well, that, see, to me, like Pop-Tarts, the homily was good, but with Pop-Tarts, it was great.
It was better. So, all right. So not only is he saying, hey, I've got to get back to Jesus, which is going to happen when he dies. But
you don't have to be in a room with 100 other people, not social distancing, to get back to Jesus, Murray. I'm just telling you.
No. Apparently this guy, he did this an hour after he got his his ankle monitor put on. So
nobody's watching him. There was no TV.
He said, tomorrow at 12 o'clock, my voice will be silenced for several months. You will not hear from me again, I promise you. I will continue to do what I do. This is not about me. This is about our religious liberty. This guy also ran over a protester. So there's been a gentleman who stands outside of this man's church frequently since Easter with a sign, with multiple different signs.
Yeah.
And this one gentleman
what did the sign say?
It was particularly interesting because it said, wait. Oh no, I lost it. It was so funny. I was trying to find it. No. It's something to the effect of, like,
germs ahead, or?
Yeah. Hang on. Wait a minute. All right.
Giant, you're walking into a giant petri dish.
Basically, is pretty much what his sign said. I have to find it.
Well, when you find it, bring it up.
I'll chip in again.
Yeah, but
so the point is, there. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
His name is Trey Bennett. He would carry creative signs. In fact, one of his signs reads, "Caution, coronavirus incubator. Do not enter or you may die." That's what he had in front of the sign. And this pastor backed into him, drove over him, ran over him.
Really? That's assault with a deadly weapon. Was he arrested for that?
Oh, that's on video. That was just today when he left. When he was on his way to break the rules to his church, he ran over the protester. Real godly, yeah.
Yeah, very godly. And I think that's some of the and as a religious person, as a very devout person, there's a big difference between people who are just being pious for the sake of being pious. They used to call them the Pharisees. So I've got some neighbors that are Pharisees. So I just let
Yeah,
them
you
be.
lose me with the whole religion thing. You
Well,
know
I
me.
know,
I'm
but
not
I like to let them live in their little religious bubble, and because I can't, in my denomination, God speaks to you in the way you can understand him best, and apparently that's how they can understand him. So, who am I to judge except that I'm judging all the time,
right. Who I really hate judgy people.
Oh, sorry. That's me.
Now, I was being totally sarcastic as I say I hate judgy people being a judgy person. Judging people by saying I hate judgy people. Yeah.
Listen, I have to tell you about some of the protesters. Our indivisible group has like pro democracy rallies from time to time, and sometimes we get the Trump supporters come over and like get all up in your face, like trying to make a bunch of retired teachers mad. So they've been dealing with 12-year-olds their entire life. You cannot piss them off. So they come over, and the one lady's like telling me this was before the economy crashed, and I had told you this was back. I don't know, like December, and I had told you that the economy is going to come down like a ton of bricks, and well, you can't put a failed businessman in office and have him run the country like a
You
business,
can't run a country like a business to
right?
begin with. There is a fundamental philosophical flaw there. Why does no one
Right. Well,
understand?
here's I know. Well, she's over there telling me about how the economy's booming and unemployment is at its lowest rate. And I'm like, and I look at her and I said, it's because we have more people that have 2 and 3 jobs now than we've had in our recent history.
No, Heidi, stop. The next time you just go, okay, Karen.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
Karen.
should have called her Karen,
Gotcha,
but
Karen.
so,
That's all you do. I am so tired of talking to these
well,
people
she was telling me,
like Pastor Spell
yes.
who will not listen. My oldest son, okay, he is so involved and active and he has a real passion for it. In the last year it's really, really dug in with him. He
Uh,
wants to make a difference, and so he should, and he's still so young and excited, and he keeps trying to argue with people online in different social media settings,
it's my daughter.
and, and some of them are worthwhile exchanges, but he hasn't quite learned yet when it's not worth his time. And you have to learn that. So my response now, I DGAF. I don't have any beeps to give.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Well,
so, I don't know. I'm just saying, don't just be like, okay, Karen. Okay.
well, here's
Okay.
the thing. You can tell that she was not very well off, but she's telling me all about how great the stock market is doing. And I look down and she's got like UGG boots from Walmart because
How many
I had
how
real
many
Uggs on.
times have
Yeah,
we talked to people who don't have two pennies
to
to
rub
rub
together.
together,
Yeah.
or who are wearing UGG boots from Walmart, or
Well, that's what
and we're
I
not
pointed out to
judging that
her.
or looking down on that at all. Sweet Jesus,
Yeah.
nobody is. But I'm
Well,
saying that they don't have investments. You know that they're
yeah.
not.
38%
You
of
know,
Americans have investments, have a dime in the stock market. So
and
that's not
so
most of us.
and so you look at them and wonder how they can feel, which is why we always ask the question: you have a lot of money in the stock market? Because I
She
just
wouldn't have
don't
been
get
wearing
it.
Walmart boots if she had any money in the stock market.
Yeah, you're right.
So we compared boots. I stuck my UGG out and I said, "These are Uggs, baby." So
You did not.
I did. Well, I had to point out the hypocrisy of it all. And the thing is my Uggs are 5 years old. I just only wear them when I'm going someplace where I need to stay warm and I'm gonna not be in the mud. So I hardly ever wear them, but they are very warm. And they were a gift. I don't have any money, but I also don't tell people that I have a ton of money. And I told you that the thing is about this is with these people is that they're so conditioned to look up to the Kardashians and to the Shaws of Sunset and all these other reality TV shows where the value is how much money they have and how much
Oh, that's
arrogance.
capitalist. That's
Right.
our
They
capitalistic
are so
society.
trained to honor and give glory to the bank balance that they forget that they have nothing because they've given it all to the top. And to people like Trump who just waste it, instead of valuing employees and valuing families and people. And we were going to talk about the CARES 2 Act tonight, and then they went ahead and passed it, and we're going to do that on another show. But we were talking about, how important it was to benefit the people. And you have this horrible person, Mitch McConnell, who only cares about corporate America. He only cares about the one percenters. He doesn't care about you and I. And at one point in the CARES 2 Act, they wanted to give every family in America $2,000 a month through this crisis. And he was, well, people won't go out and work. We can't go out and work right now.
That's the same stupid ideology that exists, and it goes back to the demonization of poor people, goes back to the separation in the classes, like we've talked about, to establishing the haves as being who you want to be and not have not. And it only makes the division even greater, like we've talked about countless times.
And the thing with this is that this woman has fallen into his trap that he has set so perfectly for these people who are just bat crap crazy, and are willing to fight a battle that the people who are using them as pawns don't care about them. Trump doesn't care about her. Mitch McConnell doesn't care about her. Nobody cares that she has to shop at Walmart because it's all she can afford. I mean, I don't shop at Walmart because I have ideological differences with Walmart, philosophical differences with Walmart, so I don't shop there. But I look at people like that, and they're so brainwashed that this is America. This is America, and we do this and we do that, and we honor our president, even though he's telling people to inject cleaner into their bodies and shine UV lights up their butts, and then the next day I'm watching it, because I don't watch his pressers, Murray. I never watch his pressers because
I don't either.
But I do watch the little blurbs that come on, and I saw that I was working away at my desk, and my husband's watching TV across the room, and I hear it, and I'm like, "What did he just say?" Stan's like, "Heidi, he just told people to shoot up Lysol."
Yeah, well, he didn't tell people to do it. He said they were trying it. Oh my God!
We're gonna find out about that.
And then Dr. Briggs was absolutely. I mean, I've known she's been a sellout for a long time, but it really was awful to hear her say he likes to talk things through out loud. You should know that in the position that you are in, you do not talk things out loud. Then he doubled down and says, it was sarcastic. Well, I don't think that 50,000 deaths? Yeah. Are we there yet? No, what are we at?
We're over 50,000. We're like at 55,000.
Over 50,000 people who are dead, and an economy that has crumbled. And how many people are infected? 150,000 now?
Oh my God, no, it's more than that. It's like 300,000.
Okay. I don't feel like it's the time for sarcasm. And then he doubles down on the fact that he was being sarcastic. He's like, I think it's a perfect time. Are you kidding me? So this is why you have morons.
Yeah, he also refused. He refused to take questions that day at his last presser, and now he refuses to have any more pressers. So people just can go without any type of notification from the federal government, I guess. Luckily for us,
that's fine.
Well, I like I said, I stopped watching them 5 weeks ago because they were so bad. It's like I never watched The Apprentice because I couldn't stand him. Now why would I tune in and watch him on purpose? I listen to our Illinois governor, J.B. Pritzker, every day. 2:25, my alarm goes off in the barn. I got to stop what I'm doing, shut down the tractor, whatever I'm doing, go in the house, and my husband and I watch the presser together because we learned something.
Okay, Heidi, I was telling you in our pre-show that time has no meaning anymore, and everything is so, nothing that seemed like nothing that I enjoyed prior to, I really enjoy right now because it's all just who the hell knows. So every day, 2:30, it's like I know it's coming. It's my
Yeah.
internal clock now. I set it. And there have been a couple days that he might have been 2:31 or 2:32, and I would get a little nervous, but but he'd come on. And the thing that's what we don't get with our White House.
No.
He would never know what
No
time it was going to come
consistency.
on, and it would always be 45 minutes late because he likes to make an entrance.
Yeah.
And so but JB comes
He
on,
likes to
and
make
I
an
will.
entrance. Really? This is the time that you want to make an entrance? Nobody
Yeah,
would
yeah.
care.
He
Nobody
likes an entrance. He
cares.
wants everybody waiting on him so they make an entrance.
God,
And
vanity will kill
but
him.
going back to
Kill us.
JB, today JB was like 2:34, and I'm not going to deny I started to have a bit of a panic attack.
Yeah.
I started going, "Oh my God, what happened? Why is JB not here? Did something really bad happen and he found out about it, and that's why he's like trying to get to like that's why instantly where my mind went, and he came on and I was like, "Oh, okay, everything's okay."
It does make me feel like everything's okay though when he
It
comes
makes
on.
me feel like we're gonna get through this. It makes me feel like
There's a
somebody with a
plan and a
brain.
process.
There's a grown up in charge.
Right.
Okay, there's an adult running our state,
Right.
which makes me pretty happy because in our federal government there are not very many adults.
Well, and the adults are all bobbleheads, so they just agree with them. I mean, Dr. Bricks is just worthless. She's just worthless. And I can't imagine going to the trouble of getting that level of education and then just selling out like that. I just it's like I can't. What does she do? Does she have a closet she goes in and just screams for a half an hour after they're done? I mean, I'd get up and I'd take that scarf and just wrap it around his neck.
She's drunk.
You think
She
so?
just, or maybe she's stoned. She has to be on some sort of prescription or non-prescription,
Well, I'm sure Trump
like
is.
medication to calm her down because I don't know how the hell she kept her straight face. And he's talking about, yeah, injecting bleach. Yeah, we're trying to put some bleach.
We're gonna check into that.
In like a minute. And she was like, this was her face. But like her eyes were like, oh my God, I completely deadpan the rest of her. So, and the fact that she's a medical doctor and she didn't stand up for that.
Yeah, so
and
has
the
Ben
fact that
Carson.
Clorox
So has
had
Ben
to
Carson.
issue warnings, and the fact that our beloved Dr. Ezike in Illinois,
Oh my
Dr.
God.
Ezike is our
She's
Department of Public
amazing.
Health Director.
She's amazing.
She's fantastic. And she was like, did you see her today? Yesterday. It was yesterday. She was like, there was not a hint of politicizing about it.
Nope.
There was nothing it was literally a doctor going,
Don't.
I can't believe I have to say this. It was like she offhandedly said it and caught herself. She was like, I can't believe I have to say this. Do not inject bleach or disinfectant into your body, nor insert light.
Or gargle.
It was just listening.
Deadpan, and I thought she must have just done such a face palm when she heard the presser blip from Trump.
And she is so apolitical. She is,
yes.
Even Pritzker may say some things about response and things, but he's not dirty. He doesn't go low.
Nope.
He's not a dick about it.
Nope.
He's just. I love JB Pritzker.
He is. I've said this so much lately. He is the best vote I've ever cast.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. 100%.
And
I even admitted it on Twitter. I'm like, I was not a giant fan, primarily because he was a billionaire, and our experience with billionaires has been bad. So, but he has been amazing, and I think he's fantastic.
I have told this story before, but I met him the day after he declared, and we were at one of the big fancy union halls. I think the IBEW Hall 176 in Joliet, Illinois. And they had beautiful spread laid out, and in fact, the guy was having a heart attack at our table before JB arrived, and I helped him get to a place where he could go by ambulance. But I often wonder if whatever happened with him. But but he was taking questions from the audience, and I thought, I'm going to nail this billionaire jackwad and ask him a question about the fight for 15. And he came back with a dissertation on poverty that blew me away. And I was like a fan ever since. It was like the day after he declared, he gave this whole dissertation on poverty and why $15 an hour is not enough, but it's a great place to start. And I thought, oh my God, he gets it. He understands that poverty is what's killing people. That's why
Yeah.
we have such a huge amount of black Illinoisans dying from COVID-19 because,
And brown, it's starting to hit
is
the
it?
Latinx communities as well.
Well, I just, the people that it's
And
hitting.
then you have morons like the jackass that lives behind me in the neighborhood behind me, whose kid has a 21st birthday. And bless your heart, I get it. It's monumental. It's life changing. You so desperately want to do something special. But instead of just the annoying car honk, honk birthday shit, you don't have that out there, do you?
Well,
I,
not enough houses.
Right. So around here or in more urban areas, it's a big deal on the birthday to have birthday parades. So all the friends and family get in their car and decorate their cars and drive by beep, 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 beep and wave happy birthday as they're driving by. It's annoying as hell when you're hearing the damn horns. Like, come on.
Well,
Really?
people have to find a way to celebrate Murray. I mean,
Come on.
it's not that we
It's a
don't celebrate
birthday.
out
Get over
here.
it. What's so exciting? I don't know. I don't do birthdays. Anyway, the point is or I don't do public birthdays. That's kind of creepy. But if you're that kind of person, all right, fine, be that kind of person. Well, I see three cars parked, and I see people, and I see some neighbors that don't believe in social distancing, and they're all having some beers and hanging out together. And there's all these cars, and I'm like, oh, it's a birthday. You see the signs, Happy 21st.
Yeah.
See a big sign on the door, Happy 21st birthday, Timmy. Well, Timmy, it's probably your last birthday because there were 50 people there and you were all getting drunk, which means you're all going to die. Again! Why are people so freaking stupid?
Murray, I went into my little hometown store the other day, and there's not many stores in Marseilles, and I didn't say which store I went in on social media. I just said I went into the store. It was myself and the two employees in masks. Everybody else was not wearing a mask. And there was it was packed. The place was packed. And there was some big jackwad guy, with what he was going to purchase, and he was just like looming over the top of me the entire time I'm there. I'm like, and I looked at him and I said, "We're supposed to be social distancing," and I swear he just gave me a menacing look. He's like, you know. So I'm like, can you just give me a little space, please? I need to take care of my husband. And he did back up a little bit then. He was one of those people that was going to invade personal space no matter what, pandemic or not. So anyway, we both check out. I get in my little car with my Trump is a fraud and failure bumper sticker on it. And I look over as I'm approaching my car, and
And he has a don't tread on me?
yeah, well, it was a Trump 2020. Was I surprised that he was unmasked and not social distancing and menacing? Not at all. But you know what? Come at me, bro.
And that's what I mean, guys, I understand that some of you may get swept up in the movement, whether that movement is
Idiocy,
a
vanity.
blue wave or lunacy or stupidity. I get where some young folks might be like, oh, this is
Oh, he
just
wasn't young.
infringing on me. Give me liberty or give me death. You can have liberty, but that's also going to give you death right now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter how many times we say it's not about you. You're invincible. You're amazing. No, you're never going to get sick. You're young and healthy. It's going to kill your kid. It's going to kill your grandma. It's going to kill your parents. It's going to kill someone you know.
Right.
And it
Right.
may not kill them, but it may make them extremely sick. And what we have to remember is this disease is not only respiratory. It causes damage to the liver, to the kidneys, to the lungs. It causes damage to the heart.
Well,
Now they believe the reason the deaths are so high is because of blood clotting.
yes,
The
blood
way
clotting.
Ebola makes blood thin and you bleed out.
Right.
this clots and causes blood clots, which is why they're finding the deaths, the pneumonia. It's microclots.
Yes, it's
So,
microclots.
you
It's
don't know
stroking
who's
out.
safe.
No, well, and here's a person, the person that was like, trying to, I don't know, just and because most of the people in our town know who I am and that I ran for office and that I'm a
And they
pretty
like to harass you.
well, not all of them. See, the thing is that I'm very hard to harass because I feel like that's their problem. It's not mine. It's not mine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not everybody. There's just a few, and it's okay. It's like, this is your problem. I'm okay with who I am. If you're not, sucks to be you. So, but I'm
Right.
always pretty out there, and I have to say that on the particular car I was driving, my bumper stickers are really in your face. And they're meant to be. They're meant to make you think. They're meant to startle you. And that's why I have them. That's my personality. I'm never going to back down. You know that. I'm more of a come at me bro than most people I know. So him trying to intimidate me is just totally not going to work. We're in a public place, in a public store. Oh, what are you going to do? That's not going to send you to prison. Really.
Cough on you, lick you.
I had my mask on. Yeah, I had my, and here's me. I have my hand sanitizer, like a little pen thing that sprays, and it's like clipped to the front of my shirt, so I can just.
There you go. I lost you. Oh, okay. So we are taking a brief, as Heidi was talking about her chest, her voluptuous chest, and her clip. Look at her face! Ah, she's dying right now. You have to go to YouTube. You have to watch the video of Heidi's face as I'm talking about her putting her antibacterial sanitizer into her voluptuous chest. I think she's probably going to have a heart attack, and once social distancing is over, it may be the Heartland Mama instead of the Heartland Mamas, because she will
Listen,
kill me.
listen.
Ah!
It's easy to grab there, and if somebody has to stare at it, sucks to be them. So,
It was just so funny because you have this blue shirt on
yeah,
that isn't low cut, but it's cut out with
it keeps riding
stripes. So
down to,
when
yeah.
you were putting that, you were just describing where your hand sanitizer was lipped. It was hilarious. I had
I may or may not have had this shirt on or so yesterday. Well, you know what? It's my my clothes. Wait a minute. I think I know why he was giving me that stare. I had my Make Racism Wrong shirt. It's bright blue with red sparkly letters.
You do have some great
I do.
shirts.
I told you. My car and myself, whatever I wear when I go out, it's supposed to be provocative, not in a sexy way, but in a make you think way. And that's
Absolutely.
and I'm ready to start a conversation, and yeah, I could go and come at me, bro, but I just usually listen and watch them be stupid, and of course I ask the question, how is your life better now than it was 3 years ago?
But
And
it doesn't matter. We have to just realize that people are stupid. And we can ask them how their life is better. So I really almost posted this today, and then I thought maybe it's just a little too mean. But I read on my zombie calendar today. It's hilarious.
yeah.
And today's was some people are like slinkies. Pretty much worthless, but they're still fun to watch fall down the stairs.
Well, and see, that's me when people will want to engage me in conversation. I let them slinky.
See? So people don't be stupid.
It
Stay at
amuses
home.
me.
Listen, here's the thing. If you want to go out and you feel the need to break social distancing, or you're just whatever, and
Hygiene
you're that
protocol.
self-centered, and you're
Yeah.
that
Self-centered.
self-absorbed that you can't think about anyone else.
Careless.
As much as my heart breaks to think that you will probably be okay, maybe in the process you'll infect some other idiots that you're friends with, and we can thin the herd. Because quite honestly, at this point, you're not going to get them to stay home. The best you can hope
Yeah.
for is that they don't infect any innocent people, and let Darwin sort it out.
Well, I think, and I've spent some time rereading Darwin. The Darwin papers, not the Scopes monkey trial stuff, um, but the Darwin's research on evolution, and because I really truly believe that we are living in an evolutionary time, and those that are not going to mask, that are not going to social distance, that are not going to use social protocol and hygiene protocol, are careless in other ways. And
Heidi,
yeah,
what if the flip side of that is true? What if I agree that we're probably living in an evolutionary
yeah.
time right now, and we're all undergoing a change, but what if those that are defying the social distance and the mask and trying to stay healthy, those that are getting the virus
Mm-hmm.
or transmitting the virus, their bodies are being changed. So they're actually the ones evolving. And their progeny will be what populates the earth. And as their progeny goes, the intelligence continues to go down, and we will be living in the seventh ring of hell. So be careful what you say. It could be the
Well,
flip side, girl.
that made me think of that. What was that movie that Will Smith was in, where everybody's a zombie or
I'm
vampire?
Legend.
I Am Legend. So you mean I'm gonna become Will Smith?
I don't know. I'm just saying that maybe
You and I,
Mother Nature is unpredictable,
very.
and who knows? Maybe I no, then she'd have to have a death wish and be suicidal, because she would not want these jackass fuckwads who are running around to populate the earth and continue to destroy her. So I'm
Yeah,
hoping, Karma, if you're listening,
yeah.
take these
No,
stupid.
Rand Paul made it through. So did Boris Johnson.
I'm done.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks, guys. We've had a great show today. We hope you enjoyed us. We realize that people are stupid. Please don't be stupid.
Don't be
Try not
stupid.
to get too worked up over stupid, because I know personally I'm
Don't
getting
be a
riled
Karen.
by
Yeah.
stupid. Don't be a Karen. Be a Murray. Be a Heidi. Um, be a Felicia and say bye. Oh, no, wait. You're saying bye to
Bye,
Felicia. So,
Felicia. Yeah.
right. Not bye, Felicia. It could also be bye, Felicia.
I
You
don't
never
think
know.
that's what that means.
I don't think so either. But if the president of the United States can say he was sarcastic about mainlining Clorox and shoving UV light up his ass, I think I can say that bye Felicia means bye Felicia.
I'm just glad for humanity that he's no longer going to be doing any pressers. I wonder how long that will last. I wonder if there'll be any messaging from the federal government that might be more cohesive, direct, and helpful. No.
No, he won't allow that. He won't allow other people to give information out. I give it 4 days, and he'll be back at the podium
Yeah.
max.
Yeah.
So, folks,
Yeah.
we love you, and thank you for listening. Be sure to like, subscribe, share.
Heartland Mamas.
Gemcast USA.
Heartland Mamas.
MAMAS.
MAMAS.com. Part of the Demcast network. So check us out there anywhere, any podcast platform, and on YouTube. And on YouTube, you can see all of our bizarre faces that we make, and the fact that my microphone died during this
in
podcast.
the middle of the show.
Yeah.
And
I was
I just kept talking about Heidi's voluptuous chest.
And I really don't have a voluptuous chest.
So
It's just the
you're
shirt I have
so
on
much
today.
more voluptuous than mine, Quiet. So that's some motorboating chest
It's
over
my
there.
amazing
Mine
fatness.
Is not.
It's my amazing fatness.
No. Anyway,
Hey,
please
wait.
like, subscribe, and share.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
COVID comfort food. COVID comfort food. Right?
There you go.
That's why I was having Pop-Tarts during the homily. So
I love it. I love it. I kind of love it. I think it's kind of fantastic.
yeah.
Maybe I would like church if I ate too. All right, guys. We will see you soon. Thanks so much.
Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.